Ontario's Minister of Finance, Charles Sousa, got a tour of the Learning Initiative and met with entrepreneurs in Sudbury on April 22nd. Sousa was in town for a dinner in support of the Liberal Party, which was held in Chelmsford on April 21st.
We know that Sudbury and the North has so much potential. And if you listen to what the oppositions are telling you, they're saying just do across-the-board cuts, and that'll fix everything. That's not going to improve our economy. In fact, that's going to stall our economic growth. We have to make those strategic investments like the Ring of Fire. You all know fully well the potential that exists in that chromite deposit and other mining opportunities because you're here. This is Sudbury. And we know that $50 billion in opportunity exists for Ontario and for Canada. But we need to exploit it, we need to invest in it, we need to partner with it, and we need to make those leadership decisions today. We can't just kick the can down the road and hope that some other government will take the steps necessary to do so. We're doing those steps. We're doing those steps because we know that the potential for Ontario's economy and our growth, and for Canada's economy and growth, depends on the ability that exists here in the North.
How are you going to actually be able to keep these seats in the next election when you seem to be racking up enemies by the day?
You know, I think the people of Ontario, the people of Sudbury, people of Nickel Belt, the people of Timiskaming Cochrane, they all recognize, and they're all pretty smart. They know the work that's been done by this government, by folks like Mr. Bartolucci, have advocated for the well-being of this community. They know that we've maintained a very competitive, low-tax system for the benefit of those small businesses and businesses generally. They know that through the introduction of HST, a very bold and move, we didn't win a lot of, we didn't make a lot of friends, but people and companies especially recognize the importance that that value-added system made and does make for the competitiveness of businesses in the region. And we are, as I've made clear, we've put a development corporation for the Ring of Fire. Mr. Gravel has been in the lead. We've had negotiations with First Nations. We've been dealing with prospects and with proponents for the location, and we've assembled quite a dynamic team and taking leadership in terms of promoting the Ring of Fire. So, and when it comes to horse racing, it'll be more vibrant than it's ever been before because we're now putting the accountability in place where it didn't have it before. We were not really in charge of where your money ultimately was going. It should be going to schools and hospitals and into the community and into the horse racing industry directly. That's what we're doing in these transformational changes. So I think in the end, they'll appreciate the leadership that's been taken, the thoughtful nature in which we're going forward, and the fact that as much as we want everyone to do well and we want us to be competitive, they also want us to have some compassion in terms of how we're getting there. So they have a choice to make. They can choose those that have no compassion whatsoever except themselves, or a party like the Liberal Party who has been showing compassion for the very people that we're dealing with.